And in relation to time, a portion of the outside existence is our object. Entire external objective field is not the objective point of our mind. A portion at a time we catch. And the combination of experiences in relation to time, I said, at a time we have a very small portion of the universe as our objective. And now I say that when we combine the experiences of different times, we call the whole the universe.
We call the whole
Universe, world, and similar experiences of others combined make a conception of ours, that of the world. Am I clear? So, in this conception, we find there are two distinct spheres. The one is living being and the other is non-living being. Sphere is again divided in broadly two spheres. One is botanical sphere and the other is zoological sphere. The botanical sphere is also living world. And the living zoological sphere is further divided into three spheres. Species living and growing in the sea. Second is on the earth. The third is in the air. And the biological sphere is also divided in lakhs and lakhs of species. Now, all the species have something in common. That they grow, that they breathe. These are two very distinct things which are found common to both the botanical and the zoological spheres. They grow and they breathe.
Multiply.
Yes, multiply, grow. Grow includes that. And these two items are to be understood very minutely. They grow and they breathe. Why do they grow?
Physical body?
Yes, yes. Why do they grow? There is something in the very existence of a species, that is, the first item is to grow.
Physical development.
To grow in size and numbers.
A tree grows.
Yeah, in numbers also.
Yes,
Because
yes, number also. And it sheds seeds to grow.
To become a full plant strong.
Yes, yes. The thing is, they get somewhere that instinct of growing. And what is breathing?
Breathing is to multiply.
Yes. That instinct is, that instinct of growing is a basic instinct, and there one species grows in another species, still another and still another, and so on. You see how this life began, that we can see through the eyes of Darwin, peep through the eyes of Darwin and other scientists. There is a specific link.
Evolution means.
Yes. And it is not kun. It is not kun.
It's not what?
Kun. Kun. That is sound, is the first evolution from ether. Meanings are to be drawn. Now, there is a link from unicellular living beings like amoeba, hydra, thousands of varieties of fern, thousands of varieties there are.
Virus.
There are the botany students read.
I've never studied.
Botany, algae.
Algae was a first thing. But I love the unicellular thinking algae.
There are thousands of varieties of algae. Their constitution is all correlated. How it grew from one stage to another, to another, to another. So, the evolution of these specific species, though seem to be innumerable in number, they bear one link, and that is they are combination of two. What are these two? Grows. Very.
The body,
There is
the
nothing
body is
to
the only
wonder.
thing which can multiply. The mind can grow, but only the body can multiply.
Yes, yes. How?
Body also grows.
Yes, yes. Grows according to the
Foot of meat.
mind. The struggle is carried on by the mind, and the body is the means for the mind to struggle.
They inject.
In the course of Pratisanjara, they become two entities because the unit mind changes the body. The body has its own genetic course. The unit mind doesn't take always the same body again.
The same.
So there are two entities actually.
Yes. The now, as we stand here, we see the duality of biological and zoological existences. They are, the mind grows with the body.
For example,
Mind and the body has a correlation. Mind grows and accordingly the body grows. The breathing is that of the body, and growing, the struggling to grow is the aspect of mind.
If you, for example, take a small baby and put it artificially into a coma, so the mind is sleeping, do you think the body will grow?
The body is a combination of cells. I am coming slowly, and all those cells have their mind. Therefore, the body can grow. In my Tattvic examination, I was asked first question, The body of a man is a composition of combination of living cells having mind. Is the human mind a combination of those cellular minds?
The brain makes
In a way it is, it has its own, but at the same time it's affected by it's affected by the protozoic minds, your body.
No. The human mind is human mind.
Yes.
It may have its effect
Yeah.
on the cellular minds composing the body, but it's not a combination of those
No,
cellular minds.
but it is very much affected. If you are sick, you definitely feel it.
Yes. Either way. Then this link can be understood minutely, body and the mind. You see, the whole thing depends on the congenial environment in which mind and body can grow. One thing is very clear. I said by way of passing remark in answer to a question that body is composed of living cells. The cells are living, they have mind. As in a human body, so in all the bodies, the students of botany, they draw beautiful pictures how the cells are working. My son, elder son, is a professor of botany, PhD. He has records of his diagrams, very beautiful diagrams. And the cells are in the human body and the other species, zoological species also. A sick man means what?
Not a good connection, mind and body. The mind.
The body is sick
Defect.
means what? The cells of the body in a portion are not functioning properly. These cells have minds. So, let us summarize. The entire biological domain is a play of combination of living cells. These cells have in themselves, again, two things. One is body and the other thing is mind. However undeveloped they be, what is the difference between the cell of a botanical species and the cell of a human mind, human body?
Different evolution, different specialization.
Yes. They have different stages of evolution. I will show you what this evolution, what this growing is meant. What they study in the university classes can be understood here in one period, not one day, one period. We have to understand that. Yes?
I think it's because of the
And mind. And there is growth, the change in the body according to the growth in the mind. The growth in the mind depends on the circumstantial struggle. Struggle.
Circumstances.
Experiences.
Yes, yes. Experiences. How the tree says, Praman viparye vikalp. And then they sleep, they die. Then there is smriti. They come out again. Having the experiences in store.
Is that all samskara there? You cannot retain samskara there. How you say
Yes, yes. Sanskar we will study.
So it is a parallel, interlinked existence.
Yes. The whole living species have their one link. That is what I mean to say.
Expansion.
Yes. Now, there are planets where there is no life. And we have life here. What is the difference?
evolution.
condition?
The evolution is directly having two items. One is body and the other is mind. Mainly the first comes the body and then the mind.
But perhaps I got the meaning why they multiply. Because the parents have the information in the DNA of the experience and transmit to the new generation.
Yes.
I think it's why they grow.
Yes, yes. I am going very slowly, but each item is to be explained, understood. Then the link will be there. Just what we were talking.
Body, mind.
Like supplying
The first is the body and then the mind. Remember it.
Yes, supplying to the mind.
The first is the body and then the mind. There may be body without a mind. There are planets where
Then the planet has a mind.
the planets are, there is no life.
It is Shiva Shakti, energy.
Wherever there's physical, wherever there's body, at some point, like in the form of a planet, there's also mind, but just the mind of the planet. What is a planet? What do you mean by planet, Douglas?
The planet is in the mind, but the mind is not in the planet. If it is dormant.
Yeah, okay.
There is not energy, so there is only body.
Only energy is there.
Energy is there.
Shakti.
Unless there is energy, it can't be in one
It's
form.
dormant state. It's in a dormant state. The mind is in the dormant state.
Now,
Sleeping. Nidra.
now we have come to this stage that the life means body first
Then mind.
and mind second. Then by body, what do you mean by the term body?
Composition of 5 elements.
Yes. Composition of 4 elements.
4 elements.
4 elements.
Air.
Yes.
Earth,
Air.
and, light.
Yes. Energy. Liquid and solid. And they exist in the 5th, that is ether.
In the ether.
Exist in space.
Space. They live in the space.
Every structure needs space.
Therefore, the one part of the existence, the body, is a combination of 4 elements.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's
yes. And then there comes the second item, that is mind. So it can't come out of nothing. If it comes in the proper combination of these 4 items, 4 elements, it means this second item of mind is in the dormant state, in the structural elements. Where do the minds evolve? Where there is a congenial environment available. If there is no water, there will be no life. If there is no air, there will be no life. If there is no energy, there will be no life. So, the natural inference is that the combination of the 5 elements or 4 elements, as it may please you, the combination is having a mind in dormant state.
Difference is
The object of perception, the 5 forms of matter, they combine in the existence, and we have them as our object. So, in the Ishwar Pranidhan, I told you, our objective is the external object, and of ours is the internal object of the Supreme Mind. So, the mind has 2 levels. One is The real thing is, existence is always related to mind. Is it clear to you or not? I have dealt it in detail. What did I say?
Unless there is a mind to know the existence, there cannot be existence.
Is meaningless. So, the physical existence around us is definitely stationed, is a part of a mind which is holding the entire universe. And that is evident in the growth of planets also. Planets grow in the same way. They are the part of that big mind. Bhuma Mana, Virat Mana, macrocosmic mind. The existence of the universe says that universal mind is there. Am I clear? The evolution of biological species indicates that the physical stratum of the universe is having that mind in its store. Unless there it is, it cannot come out in. Am I clear? And amoebic cell has two parts. The one is a portion of the 5 elements, a very small part of 5 elements, microscopically small, and then a mind has been attached to it. This came from the stock of the great mind, Bhumaman. Am I vague? From nothing, something cannot come. And an amoebic cell or a cell of a botanical species is having developed in it a mind. It is coming from the great stock of mind is stored in the solid factors which combine to have this body.
So you say that the mind comes from Puvatma, from the big mind.
Yes.
Is it? We learned in Samsara that the cosmic mind is part of.
You cannot say it is newly created.
Or transformed again.
Yes.
Yes, that's good.
Yeah.
Many words.
There is no creation. The word creation is very wrong.
Give energy and vibration moving.
Yes. Now, there are things to be reconsidered. Firstly, evolution means a combination of body and mind. Body is the primary thing. What?
Body come first.
Body is the primary thing. And mind is stored in body, that comes afterwards. Rather to say, body is a part of the physical existence of the universe, which contains in itself mind in dormant stage, which is combined in a cellular body. That is called biological evolution. Now you can very well write this sentence. The body is a part of five forms of existence. As you like, you can write 4 or 5 as you like. Solid, which we call solid. Now what is the sentence? The body is
Part of five forms of existence.
which we call solid.
Solid.
And a unit of it gets a small unit of mind.
And a unit of it.
Yes, body.
Yeah. It's
Yes.
body, yeah.
Gets
It's
a small unit of mind,
unit.
mind
Yes.
from
The
from the big mind,
big brother.
The cosmic mind.
cosmic mind. Are you right?
Micronet. Called micronet.
Mind is evolved out of it, therefore mind must be stored in it.
Yes.
Write down. No? Mind is evolved out of this solid factor, therefore solid factor must have mind in it.
That sounds very rational.
Hmm?
Sounds very rational. Yes.
The other thing is solid factor of matter forming the body as it is solid, must be in the conception of big mind.
So can you repeat it again, that? Just complete.
Means combination of body and
Mind.
mind. So body is the first, and then the emergence of a mind in it.
When happens?
Yes, yes. When it happens, how it happens. When the better term is how it happens. You see, this is a game of three forces. Remember, the three forces are what? Tama. The forces are static, mutative,
Sentient.
and sentient. Knowledge, motion, and force. So, knowledge is always with the two. The three forces are always together. When the solid factor is in the density, maximum in density, in that portion also, knowledge is there. Dormant. The three forces are together. At every stage of evolution of matter, matter is also in the state of evolution. And what is meant by the evolution of matter? The material structure of this universe is definitely, progressively a game of density, increase in the density. What is the difference between ether and air? That of? And density is called a relative density. So, what is density? Density is the process of effectiveness of the static force. Is it correct? This is as the static force is gradually more and more effective, the minute fractions of space are pressed together to have a denser media which is called air. As the static force goes on increasing, the third state of density is caused, which we call energy. What is that? When the small portions come in contact they have their reactions, and so that reactive force is called energy.
From the crudest.
Yes, not the crudest. The crudest is coming. As the density increases, the fourth state of liquid factor comes in. And finally, the solid factor. In between these stages, there is no line of demarcation there. Ether, the vast expansion of ether, is not the same. So, the air, it has its density in different layers. A old man of 81 cannot go upstairs very normally. Breathing trouble will be there. Why? The density in the air is different. So all the air is not of one density. So on. Liquids are of different varieties of density. Spatial existence is having time as its one coordinate. Therefore, it is a combination of space and time. The existence is correlated with time.
What is time?
Yes. What is time? Then why don't you ask what is space?
Space is clear for me.
Yes, space is ether to solid. You need to say that. But
it's, you need an object, you need space, and you need a know that measures the movement of the
I
object.
am going all scientifically.
Movement.
Yes, space and time both are objects of mind. What is space? Write down. Space is a continuum of points.
Is a continuum.
Continuum of points.
Points.
Point.
A point.
Our point.
P-O-I-N-T-S. Points. And what is a point? I have explained it yesterday. What is a point?
The first.
A point has no dimension. A point has no dimension, and the continuum of point in a direction is a line, and multi-dimensional expansion of points is a space.
Is this logic? Is there a logic in it?
It is most scientific theory of physics.
If you have a point which is
No dimension.
no dimension,
But the combination can be having producing dimension. The combination of points makes, this is your experience as a sadhak, you withdraw your mind from the external objective field, and when you withdraw at the Agya Chakra, you become a point. It is your experience. May I go ahead?
I was just thinking if there is a point which has no expansion,
No dimension.
no dimension,
Yes.
and a sum of
It
points.
is an existence, but having no dimension. Right. A point has no dimension, but it is an existence. And you can experience it only in sadhana. This you write down. Otherwise, now I am coming. The very scientific aspect of this is that space is a continuum of points, an expansion of point. This is expansion indicates the mutative force.
Yeah.
And there time comes time.
Can we express this point? You repeat it for me?
Yes, yes.
Before mutative,
I am-
there is no time.
Uh,
Before mutative force, there is no time.
Of course there is no time.
No.
Time is a conception of mind, I mean to say.
So in
You sleep and there is no time.
morning is coming. Okay, done.
Okay, the expansion of point is caused by the mutative force
Yes, expansion is.
of a point is caused by the mutative,
Mutative force. And it is in motion, therefore there is time. And can you now define time? What is time?
My head is closing. Rukmini, can you repeat that sentence? Time
The expansion of a point is caused by the mutative force.
is closed.
Mutative force.
Okay.
Of
And the
axis of-
density is due to static force.
and it's moving along the axis of time.
Yes.
It's measured.
Of course it is. And both of them are the objects of mind. Space is a conception of mind. Write down. Space is a conception of mind. You cannot define it otherwise. If you so like, I can elaborate this point. Rod of movement.
Yeah. And once a point starts moving, then it stops.
Comes
But
in.
then the real
And because the movement is in mind, therefore time is also a part of mind. This is a part of very basic principles of Andandmurti and those other
Philosophy.
have
Explain.
explained it. Though of course this is an expansion of the theories given by Andandmurti. They are not so elaborately explained in the books as you are hearing here. But seed is there. We had a class, there is a book by name Idea and Idealism in 1959. That class, that was also, and that means entire time structure of the universe is under in your fist. The controller of that. You have caught it very nicely, theoretically. And when theoretically you have caught it, practically you will get it. Then, 10 minutes. You are writing, the writing of the paper. You knew that you are writing, and what you wrote is in the record.
Motion and pause. Pause means like there is no time, but pause is also existing in time very much.
Of course,
And
that indicates time. If there is no pause, there is no time.
Yeah, but it's not like a change of motion and no motion is no time, but there is even more time, most time, because it's a solid. It's more dense, but
The electron always spinning around. You have to no pause. Do they have a mind?
I was a teacher in language. Language I taught. You are asking me higher physics.
But
these things are objects of mind. They are related with mind. You follow this movement of continuum of motion and pause, At that point, Lam bijam dharnim dhyayet Chaturasram supitavam Chaturasram supitavam Lam bijam dharnim dhyayet Chaturasram supitavam Sugandham swarnavarnatvam Arogyam dehalaghavam Varunam dhyayet Vam bijam varunam dhyayet Ardhachandram shashiprabham Ardhachandram shashiprabham Shutpipasa sahishnutvam Jalamadhye sumajjanam Clear? Rambijam shikhinam dhyayet Trikonam Arunaprabham Shashiprabham. Same. त्रिकोणं शशिप्रभं
त्रिकोणं शशिप्रभम्
अरुणप्रभं
अरुणप्रभम्
both are right.
अन्नपानभोक्तृत्वं
बहु अन्न पान भोक्तृत्वं बहुवन्नपान भोक्तृत्वं
बहुअन्नपानभोक्तृत्वं
शीतताप
शीतताप
सहिष्णुता
सहिष्णुता
शीत and tap.
This is new.
Yes, è completely wrong.
This is new. No.
Completely wrong.
यं बीजं पवनं ध्यायेत्
यं बीजं पवनं ध्यायेत्
यं बीजं पवनं ध्यायेत्
वर्तुलं श्यामलप्रभं
वर्तुलं श्यामलप्रभं
वर्तुलं श्यामलप्रभं
वर्तुलं श्यामलप्रभम्
आकाश 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 आकाशगमनाद्यं च
Akashagamenyam